I'm one of the guys who pre-ordered this thing, and it's coming to me late. There have been some people who went over to the Guitar Center and picked one up, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. I pre-ordered this thing from a musician's friend who is the sister company of Guitar Center, so why have I not gotten mine first? But it's okay. You know, I've been testing 2.0 for a few days. Those of you who keep up with me, y'all already know that. And I've tested it on the Touch, MPC Touch, as well as the MPC Renaissance. I've had very few issues, and the ones I've had for the most part have been worked out. And yeah, the software needs some additions and things like that, but that's what beta testing is for. But anyway, let's get into this MPC Live. I'm probably going to just go ahead and speed this video up. Up to 6-hour battery. 6-hour battery. Unplugged. I can make beats anywhere. This is a dream come true. Let's go. Please read this. Pull it out the box. Look at everything on it. Read it. Get to know your unit before you start messing with the unit. A lot of the questions that people are asking or are going to ask are already answered on this piece of paper. Get familiar with it. Be responsible. Learn your unit. Read all of the stuff that comes with it before you start fiddling with it, messing stuff up, and asking a bunch of ridiculous questions. You have a manual. Read it. Read the stuff that comes with your unit, including the safety warning. If you have babies, they shouldn't be around this thing anyway. Protect your stuff. Keep the babies away from your MPC Live. Got a SATA bay you can install a hard drive. Okay, so I got my MPC Live last night. The Touch is gone. The Renaissance went out yesterday, so the timing was good. And got a little bit acquainted with it, but not much because I was tired. I was getting in from work. So I'm going to get into it today, but I always suggest read the manual and read this sheet that comes with it, of course. Get to know your device before you start messing around with it. Yeah, I'm a trial and error type guy. I like to just start typing and pushing buttons, but with this thing being so complicated, and you know, you want to do things right and get your workflow in order ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is just talk about connectivity, different things that you can hook up to your MPC Live, and you notice there's no power adapter hooked to it, and that is thrilling, that you can take this thing anywhere you want to go in a backpack. And I put it in a backpack this morning and it fits perfectly. So it's got a nice size to it, but it's not oversized. It's not too small where it feels like a toy. It's solid. I actually like it a lot. And it's on, no power adapter. The battery comes somewhat charged out of the box, but I believe in plugging your stuff in when you get it and give it a full charge as a rule of thumb. Then you got your MPC is going to boot up just like a computer does. You give it time to do what it's doing, and then it's going to tell you when you can proceed, and you're going to have a start button, and it's going to want you to push and hold that start button, and then it'll load up. It gives you your demo screen. You got 12 demos on there that you can load up, listen to, modify. So great tool to have there, because you get a feel for different styles and starts letting you immediately get into the thing and start listening to it and feeling your way around and seeing what the capabilities are for different music genres and different types of functionality, like clips, loading clips and recording audio, because you do have demos for audio tracks and clip. But you also down here on the bottom left, you're going to have empty project, where you can just go ahead and start fresh with an empty template with your basic program, sequence, and track being set to 1 with nothing in them. But what I'm going to talk about, I'm actually going to turn this off. You hit your power button, it's going to ask you, do you want to shut down? Just like a computer does. You say yes, it's going to shut down. Alright, I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to put it right there. Now hopefully y'all can see this. I think you can. We're going to start from the left. I'm going to talk about the inputs and outputs real quick, then we're going to start looking at connecting things to it. Got your master volume. Always turn that down, is my recommendation. When you turn it off or turn it on, and then start tweaking it to where it needs to be, and that'll keep you from blowing out your speakers and stuff like that. Got your headphone output. You got your master outs, stereo, and then you have your other outs you can send to your mixers and things like that. You got a little thing right here where you can put a computer lock on it and lock it down to your desk so nobody walks off with it. Got your record volume. Once again, turn that thing down when you turn your device off, and when you turn it back on, leave it down until you can tweak it up to where you need it to be. Got your ground, line, and phono selector. You can hook turntables and record players up to it. Then you got your phono input. Got your stereo in and out. Your stereo in, I'm sorry, left and right. And of course, those can all be put on mono as well. When you want to start recording your audio tracks, you want to set it to mono. You got your MIDI outs. Got 2 MIDI ins, 2 MIDI outs. Got an SD card reader. Got your 2 USB ports. Got your USB connector. I don't know what you call that thing. The one that you connect your device to your computer with. You got that. You got your power adapter, little hole there, and your power button. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show y'all some stuff. And I was amazed last night, man. I'm really excited about something I'm about to show y'all. But let's start here. Alright, you can hook a QWERTY keyboard to your MPC Live, as long as it's a USB keyboard. I got my keyboard. I'm going to hook that up later. Alright, and it looks colorful like that because it's actually got the Pro Tools template on it. You can hook your MIDI keyboards to it and control your instruments that way. You got MIDI ins and outs. You're going to need some of these if you got external MIDI gear, keyboards, synths, stuff like that, drum machines. You can hook all that stuff up to it through your MIDI ports. Let's see. Got your USB slots right here. You got flash drives or external hard drives. You can hook those up right here to your USB ports, and you can save and load programs, samples, sequences, all of that good stuff using these. So the possibilities are endless with that, as far as saving information and where you can load information from, which is real nice, man. I mean, you can go to your buddy's house. He's got a bunch of samples and stuff he want to hook you up with. Tell him, hey, drag him to a flash drive real quick, man. You hook that flash drive right into your MPC and start pulling samples off. So that's one thing I liked a lot. Underneath, you got your SATA bay, and pop that off. Go get yourself an internal hard drive, SD or HD drive, and pop one in there. And then you have a lot of extra space that you can, once again, save all your work, load up your work right from an extra internal hard drive. So possibilities are pretty much endless with this thing. I'm about to get to the real good part in a minute, but let's move on. You got your headphone output, so you're gonna need you some of these because MPC Live does not have speakers. For those of you who don't know that, it does not have speakers, so you're gonna need some headphones if you're on the go. If you're at the house, of course, you can use your outs and run to your speakers and your sound system. If you want to record audio, vocals, get yourself a microphone, a travel mic. Plug that microphone right into your inputs right there, and you set your track to mono on the audio screen and start recording your vocals. And that way, if you singing in the car, because you could take this in the car, man, that's what I'm so excited about. I can take this thing anywhere and just pull it out and start making beats. And it's going to be crazy because I'm going to do that. I'm going to go eat lunch later today. I'm just going to pull it out of the backpack and start banging out beats right in the middle of the restaurant, man. I'm about to get busy. But get yourself a travel mic. You sit in the car, you think you sound good when you singing, but go ahead and pull out your MPC Live and your microphone and start singing into the MPC Live. Listen to it while you're still in the car, and then you'll really see what you sound like. And it's probably not that good if you sound like me. Alright, anyway, here's a real good part. Check this out, y'all. I got old floppies and zip drives, alright, from making beats on a 2000 XL years ago. So I got me a USB floppy drive, and I got myself a USB iOmega 100 megabyte zip drive. Last night, I hooked up this zip drive, and I put in a zip disk with my old stuff on it. Lo and behold, man, the MPC Live picked up my files. Man, I was excited. But the crazy thing is that I was actually frustrated with the thing, with the zip drive, because I bought it. And, you know, because I just sold my 2KXL, I bought it so I could extract these files onto my computer and run it through the MPC software. And the computer would not read the files. So I couldn't wait to hook this straight to the Live and see if the Live would read it. And it did. Because, man, I'm like, I just wasted my money on that zip drive. I wanted to send it back. But, man, it works. I'm about to go deep. I got thousands of beats I used to make back in the day. Most of them whack, probably. But moving on, SD card. SD card slot. Put your SD card in. And once again, samples after samples after samples. Save all your programs to your SD if you don't want to put a hard drive in it. Or you can do both. But the beauty of this is, let's say you got your MPC Live in your backpack, but you want to sit down at the desktop and get on 2.0 and start doing some stuff. If you're a person that's got a RAN or an X or something like that, rather than pulling your MPC Live back out, hooking it up to your system, pull the SD card. Save your stuff to SD. Pull the SD card out. Take this to your computer, put it in, and load up your programs, and then start adding on to it. Then you can take it back out the computer, put it back in here, and it'll keep up. So all of that is good stuff. So I'm going to take a short break, and I'm going to hook up these two drives, this floppy drive and this zip drive, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about with these files coming through. Alright, I'm back. So let's do it. We're going to load up, and I haven't tried this with the floppy yet, but we're going to attempt to load up some of my old 2000 XL projects from a floppy disk and then from a zip disk. And I did it with a zip disk last night, and I was shocked, man. I'm excited. I'm about to dig out my crates and pull out all my old stuff from, man, I'm talking, man, 2001, 2002 time frame. So, alright, here we go. I'm going to hit and hold start. I'm going to go down to the bottom left and hit empty project. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to go to menu. I'm going to hit my browser. And I'm going to hit places, because places will take you to everywhere on your device connected to your device, any place that you have anything stored that you can pull from. So I have MPC 2K XL is here. Let's hit that. And that is my zip drive. Alright, so I got my zip drive. And as you can see, all of these projects come up. So I'm going to double tap Be More. Program. I'm going to double tap the program and load that. Double tap mid, which is my sequence. I'm going to go back to the main screen. And you can see it's still on sequence 1, track 1. The program is Be More, but we're going to need to move the sequence to sequence 2, which is also called Be More. And let's hit play. There it is. Y'all can probably barely hear that. It's in my headphones. I don't want to turn them up too loud and blow them. But it's working. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that sound effects, but there it is. And you go over to grid view, you can see all the samples come up. So that's working. That is exciting. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it off. Hit my power button. Do you want to save? I'm going to say no. Let it shut itself down. And then we're going to do the same thing with the floppy. Alright, so I'm going to turn my MPC Live back on. Still not plugged into wall power. So that's going to take a lot of limitations off having this thing be portable like this. So I'm going to take it outside today and make beats anywhere I feel like it. Only thing probably make that better is if somehow it could be a speaker incorporated into it. So I don't have to lug my headphones everywhere. But can't have everything, right? Or maybe you can't. Alright, I'm going to hit and hold start. It's going to crank up to the demo screen, of course. Empty project. I'm going to go to menu. Hit browser. I'm going to places. And my zip drive hasn't been named. So it's some generic stuff, but it's right there. I'm going to tap that. Now, this was dumb. I didn't name this stuff sometimes back when I first started making beats. So it's still new program. I'm going to double tap that. You can see the progress bar comes up. It's loading all the sounds in the program to the pads. Hit sequence dot mid. That's my sequence. Going to load that up. Hit main. Go to my main screen. And got my project loaded up. Now this one says new program under drum program because that's what it was named. Didn't have a name. But I'm going to take my jog wheel and encoder knob rather and go over to sequence 2 because that's what it is. And I hit play. Check that out, man. Wow. There you have it, man. So I got myself a USB zip drive and a USB floppy. And the USB floppy drive doesn't need any wall power. So that's also portable. So I can dig in my crates and you guys can too with your files from your old MPCs. You can get you some stuff like this, plug that stuff into your live and import all your old files. And once again, keep in mind, like I said, I hooked this zip drive up a couple days ago when it came into my computer because I sold my 2KXL and I wanted to get all my old stuff and run it through 2.0, and the computer wouldn't read the disk, but the MPC Live does. So go figure. But there you have it. So I'm done for the day. Hope this was helpful to somebody. I'll load up some more stuff, actually doing some music and stuff on this thing later on. Peace.